All right, Shalom. First, I'd like to start by saying all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. This is, as you can see, the title, What's Eating America? Examines immigration via lens of food. And all it's talking about is how President Trump is coming down on the immigrants, and the immigrants have been the ones that's been working at these farms and helping bring this food, or get the food across America. They're gonna explain it, and I'm just grab some scriptures with it. But Esau be doing stuff like this because it says the devil come down upon you having great wrath. But I'm going to play the clip, and then I'm going to grab the precepts.
3 years ago, we didn't have enough people, and there was fields that literally there was tractors just plowing them down.
So the agricultural labor shortage in America is so acute that you don't have a choice. You have to rely on this H-2A program and bring your workers up from Mexico.
If I'm going to harvest the amount of acreage that is in my budget and that I have agreed to with certain retailers, I absolutely need H-2A. That is an
Yeah, that's the Lord coming down upon Issachar.
From the new MSNBC original series, What's Eating America, which examines some of our toughest issues through the lens of food. Tonight's debut episode looks at how Donald Trump's immigration policies have impacted the lives of immigrant and migrant farmers, and by extension, the food we eat. Very excited about this interview.
Right, and that's the way that Esau can help bring in this famine. But before I go into that, I got the H-2A visa. I guess it's like a program or something. It says an H-2A visa allows a foreign national worker into the United States for temporary agricultural work, and that's part of Issachar's spiritual trait. They be working hard, man. And they coming over here to try to be a part of this society, which is going to get them destroyed. But the Lord got it to where Esau sending them back. But if they even make it back, a lot of them are getting shipped right to the concentration camps, man, because they want to keep the law, statutes, commandments that's in the scriptures and stuff, man. They thought Israel think that they got a choice, an option to what's going on in the world, and they don't. This is Revelations chapter 12, verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them." Talking about the people. "Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath." And Esau coming down upon Issachar, because a lot of these laws that they passing is getting them shipped into them concentration camps. A lot of them getting put to death, either going there or while they in there. It says because he knoweth that he has but a short time, and Esau trying to bring in this new world order, and one of the reasons why they created GMO is because there was a lack and shortage of food, so this can be an excuse. It's happening. More than likely it could be happening very much well. It's happening because its car is getting sent back over, and the workers are leaving, but there isn't really too many jobs in America, one, to begin with. Two, a lot of the places that America gets its food in America are being burnt. In particular, California is being burned up, and a lot of food that America gets is coming from Mexico also. So, that's creating tension and stuff, so that's helping bringing in the famine.
Joining me now is the host of What's Eating America, an award-winning chef Andrew Zimmern. Thank you so much for being here, and I love your glasses.
Oh, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. As a former glasses wearer, I got the surgery, so I don't get to wear them anymore. I'm a little jealous.
I want to bring out this precept too. This Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 10, it says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness." Right? So the scriptures telling the 12 tribes in general, but in particular Issachar, never trust thy enemy. Esau, the devil, the white man, is our enemy, man. And he's doing stuff like this, basically to persecute Issachar. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, right, yet take good heed and beware of him, right? You can't trust this man, no matter how humble he seem and look, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away, right? So he a snake, man. Esau, the devil, the white man, is a snake. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith.
Let's talk about food, though. I'm going to play you a clip that you talk about one of the things that's one of the most popular things in America, and that is food trucks, and you link it into immigration. Let's play that.
Food trucks are one of the cheapest entry points into the food business. Perfect for recent immigrants like Muhammad Irfan.
I work in Pakistan.
How'd you start the truck?
I work in somebody to training for 6-7 months. Then I learning everything. I buy one, and then I buy another one. I have 6 now.
You have 6 trucks. That's the American dream.
Yes.
Muhammad, where's my buddy? There you go. Good luck with everything.
Because I think people forget that immigrants are the ones that don't give them excuses. They're actually blessed with the opportunity to belong to a new place. They don't want to take anything from anybody. They only want to be part of it.
I asked him what was his secret, and you know what he said? I worked hard.
It's a car spirit.
So, Andrew, how has this environment of anti-immigrant sentiment stoked by the president, how has it affected businesses like, the taco trucks, the taco trucks on every corner that I dream about every day?
Well, what it's doing is it's slowly beginning to stunt our entire food system. The point that we try to make there in that small scene is that the people who are being demonized by the White House and this administration and by the lack of immigration reform are actually the people who are putting every bit of food onto our plates. These are people who need to be respected, they need to be treated with dignity, and they need to be brought out of the shadows. They don't need to be pushed back into them. Much like we've been talking about the destruction of the rule of law in the last couple of weeks in on your show, shows on the network, top lines of the front page of the newspaper, one of the things that we're seeing is that there's an atmosphere of fear being stoked, so fewer and fewer migrant workers, immigrants, visa applications, fewer and fewer people are showing up for jobs in fields and farms, on crab boats, on oyster boats, in meat packing plants. Slowly but surely we're seeing our food system constricted, and all of this is happening at a time, as we saw in the first clip, that the people who are running the farms and abattoirs and oyster boats and restaurants are needing more and more workers. If seeing ICE running into a city and taking undocumented workers onto a truck doesn't scare people, what happens when hours at your neighborhood restaurant are limited or a food truck goes away? The other point that I'd like to make, that we do a great job of illuminating in the series, I think, is how much these immigrants contribute to not only our economic development here in this country. Remember, they pay taxes that help to pave our roads and put our kids through school, but it also makes our country safer. It's an economic development plan that our government doesn't have to shell out for. Just take Mexico, for example. If Mexican migrants and documented workers and visaed workers come in, pay taxes, send money back to Mexico, and put their kids through school and make a better life for themselves and therefore a better and safer Mexico, isn't that better for the United States? It is confounding to me how few people understand the vital nature that these undocumented, documented, migrant and visaed workers in our food system play. They're over 50% of that system. Without them, our food system fails.
Hey, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there for more AM Joy and the rest of MSNBC. And click on any of the videos right here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. And you can get more videos from MSNBC for free.
All right, this is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. When the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn, right? So there's a lot of people mourning, because they don't have these jobs anymore. Now they got to go back to Mexico, or they getting shipped off to them concentration camps, and suffering and going through all types of hell, and a lot of them probably being put to death, man. So if you ain't got nobody that's gonna do that job, how everybody gonna eat, man? And then it's more than likely it's probably more to the story, like it always is, than what they're explaining, But eventually there is going to be a famine. Because why? The prophecy, it's in the Bible, says so. That's one thing you don't play with, is people food. The scripture said the worst way to die is a famine, of a starvation, But this is Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 1. The word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place. For thus saith the Lord, concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that begat them in this land, they shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword, the gun, knife, etc., and by famine. So people are going to be dying of famine. There is going to be a famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beast of the earth. So, yeah, man, this is prophecy. It's just another step, or another article of things happening that's affecting this place. But with that being said, call all Yabashim Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Ruel, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.